with Sarp days, and he's been a phenomenal player. And he's got, I think, probably the most interesting role to fill here on this Mouse squad with, or not Mouse, Liquid now, excuse me. And there you go, Cooks are starting it off.
He started right where we found him. Let's just get the flick on one and get the flick on him again because he didn't learn his lesson the first time, and that's the first goal of Season 10.
That was a quick start. I was getting ready to go off on the whole thing because normally we don't just get right into it, but I'm looking forward to how Cookster handles Team Liquid, and if he still ends up being in that back third position and playing defense like he's been known to do for so long. And ooh. I thought both Leaf and Gibbs made a couple of great points, and for why they picked up Fruity. I think Leaf was absolutely right in how Speed and Fruity will approach the game and their discussions, and he's absolutely right. Cookster is a phenomenally smart player, and just missed it. Tigre so close.
Tigre close to tying this one up. Here comes Freaky from his own half. Speed now to launch it across the field towards Fruity. He'll look for the pass back. Fruity chooses to hold on to it himself, actually, and takes it to the box. Tigre handles it now. Ocelon trying to reach it from the ceiling. Back over towards Freaky. Gets it past the defense, but Freaky not going to be able to make the shot. And now Cookster will look to push it back out here. They talked about it during the pre-show. Grudge match here for Tigre, and you want to talk about a player that can turn anything into a grudge match for him. Freaky here going to be trying to see if he can get another one as Ocelon puts in the first goal for his team. Fadeaway on the board.
And a nice goal here as well. It looked like a decent setup, but Cook's here just a little bit too far away, and Ocelon, he was playing so far back in the goal that he could actually tell that ball was coming straight down, and he had great timing on his approach because he was sitting so far back behind the goal line. So a little bit easier of a play than that normally was, and Ocelon definitely a guy to keep your eye on from his 2 seasons in the rival series as well, with Freaky and Tigre trying to sort of continue that success, especially for Freaky and Tigre trying to turn everything around.
Demolitions on both sides. Fruity now to the edge. Leaves it for Cookster. Gets it past 1, now past 2. The dribble monster pushes it into the box, and Tigre's got the clear straight down the field. Wide of the goal. Fruity will be able to use the corner. Wrap it back around. Speed over 1. Lofts for Cookster. She will hold on to this into the corner. Gets the beat on the wall. Now Tigre and Ocelon double commit on their own half, but they get a nice pinch out of it. Won't be a punish immediately, and Freaky actually capitalizes. The defense couldn't handle how fast the ball came down the field.
Love it. Great pinch, and you're absolutely right. Straight back, and they were hoping that it was either going to roll up the wall, but it took a sharp bounce back into the middle, and Freaky, he was just chasing that ball and trying to put pressure on that defense, but he made a great read with very little boost, and an excellent play from Freaky. And for a guy that's been around as long as he has, you're still surprised to see him just get up there and just dunk 2 people. So awesome play, Freaky.
This is team the lead here with 3 minutes left to go. Game number 1. Best of 5 still. Changed a lot of things about Season X, but one thing that doesn't change, Cooks are getting a second one.
That was dirty. I mean, double commit here from Tigre and Ocelon. Fruity definitely going for the pass out, and Cooks here. I mean, you can't tell if he was playing the pass from Fruity or if he wanted the block, but either way, missed on defense and just right into Cookster's car. Brutal for Fadeaway.
You know the comms were, I got it. He's like, okay, I'll get out of the way. Fine, Cookster, you're going to have it. Jeez. 2:47 on the clock. Tie game. Ocelon looks to pass to Tigre. Didn't really make contact. Tigre will get it anyways. Now Frege off the ground. Cookster up. Speed to extend it onto the backboard. Is the shot there? Here comes Fruity to try and put it away, but Freaky gets up on the ball as well. Now Ocelon with a nice fade shot. There's Speed off the ceiling. Has the reset to work with. Doesn't find a spot for it. Freaky now up over the top of Cookster. No, Cookster's manages to reach it with the Batmobile. Ocelon and Freaky in enemy territory, trying to pressure this man advantage after the demolition. Can they get in front of the box? Cookster through 1. Freaky back to the side. Now Speed will try to play some defense. Response from Tigre is strong, but there's the clear from Fruity. Looking for Cookster over the top. Freaky's got him, and we're into 2 minutes.
And there's some great vision here from Team Liquid as they were trying to work that ball out of their half. Speed missing the double tap, just didn't have enough boost to be able to stall himself out long enough. But really liking Liquid's approach to how they clear the ball. You know, normally I've had a lot of criticism when it comes to Cooks here and Speed and how their teams tend to clear the ball, but they have great vision so far, taking their time with their approaches and really trying to fit that ball through a couple of gaps in the defensive lines. And it's definitely leading to some short stints here on the Liquid half.
Ooh, nice block from Speed. Cookster will push this one to his own corner, a bit more safety. Now Fruity will look to pass to Speed, but chooses instead just to clear it straight into the corner. Aslan's got this one fine. Now here comes Speed through the air onto the backboard. Can he find the double tap this time? Sure can. 3-2 for Liquid.
Beautiful shot here, and a lot of pressure being put on by both Cookster and Fruity. They both stole the corner boost, and that means Tigray doesn't have anywhere near as much boost in the tank to really feel comfortable trying to rotate back and play that double tap. And great double boost steal from Team Liquid there to open up an opportunity, and Speed will, of course, nail the double tap.
Ooh, Cookster over the top of one defender. Fruity to try and give it to Speed to see if they can extend this lead. Aslan and Freaky have other ideas. The Fenix will tag team it down the field. Cookster keeps that pace on it so it bounces sharply off the backboard. Now Tigray looking for a double tap. He manages to get a touch on it, but not towards the goal. Now Freaky back into the box. Down by 1 with 50 seconds left in game number 1. They'll look to have to gain possession in their own half. Cookster towards the goal. Aslan reaches, gets the block. Speed lurking in midfield to see if he can keep the pressure on. Freaky up the top of 1. Aslan up for it. Can he find it? Oh, just barely off the crossbar. Tigray back in. Freaky to try, but blocked at the point of contact. Aslan with ball control and space in the midfield. Gets the dribble on 1. Out of that corner. Freaky. Response from Cookster. Now Tigray towards the box once more. Speed and Fruity up. 13 seconds left. The boys from Fadeaway find control. There's 1. Here's Tigray. Straight downtown. Speed will have the block cleanly. 3 seconds left, and they hold on the ball control. Freaky's up, back down. Aslan with an attempt, but Fruity, perfect read, puts it into the ground. Liquid will take game 1.
You know, I gotta say, I loved Fadeaway's last couple of tries there in that regulation. That was just brilliant. First, the great give and go pass to Aslan on the streak up the field. It's really just a couple pixels too far forward for him to get all the way around it. Ended up putting it wide. Just unfortunate, but I'm pleasantly surprised to see Aslan slotting in so well here on this Fadeaway roster. I was very curious about how he would fit in here with Freaky and Tigray. I felt like Freaky, when he was initially coming back up to the rival series with Veloce and Flame and Niels Cook, and then they picked up Cassio for the RLCS, I think Freaky was absolutely the facilitator there, and I really do think he makes this team overall better, sort of like how a lot of people think Farah brings the team that he's on together as sort of a team leader. I think Freaky sort of fills that same role, and I'm very curious to see how Freaky is able to facilitate Tigray and Aslan being successful on offense, and I think they did a great job of that here in this game 1, but unfortunately for them, Cookster popped off early, and Fruity and Speed made a couple of real big plays to take the lead right back. So excellent game 1 here from Team Liquid, but I really don't feel like Fadeaway were that outclassed.
No, Cookster definitely hit him with you awake.
Yeah, for real.
We're starting. Season's going, folks. Better start playing. Get up and get loud, or get on your controller or something. Yeah, I believe Freaky is one of the most determined players I've ever seen in any esport. He wants this win. He wants to prove himself more than most everybody here on the scene. And to say, when we were talking about like the chip on Tigray's shoulder for this match, Freaky takes a chip into every match he plays. I feel like it's what gives him the power to be excellent. So there's a lot of passion on this Fadeaway team, and they're going to be coming for Liquid here. That game 1 isn't going to phase them at all. They are very familiar with what losing's like, and they know how to use it to their advantage. Tigray past 1. Speed down the field onto the backboard. Freaky doesn't actually make contact. Here comes Fruity looking for a shot, puts it over 90, bits a bit high. And now Tigray away. Speed under 1, looking for the dribble on the second. Back over to Cookster, cleared out the goalie. That should be the goal. Oh, Speed with the touch to beat Aslan. That was beautiful.
That was all brilliant. Speed dumps it back. Cookster goes for the pass. There's the bump, and Speed makes sure. I'm not sure if Aslan would have made it, but either way, good idea from Speed. Just get the little tip right up into the center. Great play again. Liquid, great drives up the field. The patience is working out. The dribbles are good. They're not just dumping the ball away up the pitch, and they turn it into another early goal.
Liquid starting strong here. Got the win in game 1, and now the lead in game 2. Cookster actually bumped up into the ball. He'll use that to his advantage. Aslan still manages to win the 50. Now Freaky off the wall to Tigray. Cookster gets in the way. Speed will try to extend this one back down. Fruity and Cookster in enemy territory now. Aslan with the clear. Speed in the back third. Will try to pick up control, but Tigray keeps it away from him. Pushes it to the corner. Fruity's got an awkward touch to grab here in his own half. Freaky. Got a boost steal. Tries to keep the ball close to the chest in the corner. Pushes it in front of the box. Aslan tries to reach from it, but he was underneath Freaky, so he was going to have to, reaching long, but not a very direct shot. Now Freaky again trying to take the shot off the post. Aslan once more. This one a little bit more on target, but no pace on this ball. Speed easily blocks it. And Aslan now kind of marooned in enemy territory with no boost. Freaky will come in and try and take over.
Marooned and no boost, but he actually ran a little bit of interference on Cooksier and slowed down his ability because he got a little chip on Cooksier who's picking up that corner boost. Now it's a double commit on the goal line, and Freaky will turn in an easy one.
That's Freaky getting the tie game here. Full team play. Aslan to Tigray. They do get the double commit out of the goalies, and they just open the gates. Freaky put that one straight downtown. 2:51 on the clock. We're all tied up. Fadeaway trying to bounce back after game one.
And it really was quite unfortunate there for Team Liquid as both players missed the ball on kickoff, and the players following closely behind are in charge of getting possession.
The rare double fake kickoff.
Yes.
It's around the backboard over to Speed. Freaky with the interception. Now to boost to fall back. Fruity tries to play it off his own wall. Speed not really sure what to do with this one. He'll leave it for Cooksier. Cooksier through the air. Speed tries to reach, see if he can give it back to the team captain. Back down, though. Fruity gets it past Aslan. Speed now. There's Freaky with Tigray on the flank. Cooksier clears it straight to him. Now here's Aslan. Cooksier over the top of him, though. 2 touches in a row. Going to work out here for Liquid. It's Freaky now on his backboard. Cooksier keeps it near the ceiling, but there's the beat on the midfield. Speed comes in on the 3rd-man rotation to keep that ball in the orange. But oh dear, Cooksier bumps Speed. A little bit of an opening here. Look, they should be able to hold on to this for now and not get immediately punished. And it's Fruity. What a way to work that one just narrowly around Aslan on the wall.
And really enjoying overall the pressure out of the midfield. Wow. Aslan caught one step too far, though. I was loving it for so long. Even the block here looks good. But unfortunately, Freaky finally just a little too far away. Aslan couldn't make it back in time, and Cooksier with the boomer from his own half.
That's the thing about Cooksier, man. His long-range artillery is always accurate, and he has the awareness to see when there's an opening. You got to rotate perfectly against this man, or he'll put in goals that you would think, like, oh, come on, how is there no one to block that?
They were close.
They were very close. I was with you. I was like, is he back in time? I don't know.
Not quite.
Oh, Tigray to drop this one back to Aslan. Over the top. Oh, he puts the shot on target, too. Tie game.
Tigray, great touch here. This is actually very difficult considering how hard that ball was hit up off the ceiling. He had to boost backwards and catch that one with the wheels to kind of slow it down a little bit to give Aslan a chance at it. And Aslan did not miss. Great adjustment from Tigray. Strong shot from Aslan.
Tigray onto the wall now. After tying it up here on the pass, he'll look to find the lead, and he gets it. No, Speed on the goal line, gets the block, and now Cooksier with the extension down onto the backboard. Aslan's up for it, and he'll be there before anyone from Liquid can reach it. Push the ball all the way back. Excellent touch, but immediately neutralized. Final minute, 1 goal on the board. Well, 2 goals. Full size here, Speed over the top of 1.
Big play there from Aslan to buy time right there. Freaky made a bit of a mistake there at that midfield line. He kind of just dumped the ball off onto Team Liquid's nose. And thankfully, Aslan was able to make a great recovery touch and break him right back out.
Cooksier over 1. Approach 30 seconds. There's Freaky with the attempt. Here's Aslan now up. Bit of possession. The boys of Fadeaway. Ball towards the goal, gets 2 out of it. Can they get it on the double commit again? They sure can. Tigray puts it in, and that's the lead.
Liquid looking good in game 1. I was liking how well structured their defense was looking. They were taking their time with their approaches. And unfortunately here in game 2, it's kind of been starting to slide back the other way. The midfield is starting to tighten up for Fadeaway. They're making the adjustments, putting the pressure on, causing panic. They get another goal out of it, and this one with little time on the clock.
Freaky going to try and extend this lead in the final few moments. Do not give up this first game to a buzzer beater. Aslan with the attempt. Freaky on back onto the wall. Now trying to kill the ball as the clock has expired. It'll roll off the wall, fade away, tie it up. 3-2 both games so far.
tough loss here for Liquid. I was really liking their approach in game 1, but I gotta give a ton of credit to Freaky. Just loved how he was playing here in this game 2. Ocelon, of course, made perhaps the best shot in this game so far, but Tigray with 2 big assists, but Freaky was the guy I really feel facilitating everything here in this game 2. The timing on the approaches, the ability to facilitate defensive rotation and enable Tigray and Ocelon to be successful on offense. It's what made him so good when he was working with Veloce and building up those 2 players. And it's glad to see that continue here with Tigray and Ocelon, considering that Tigray is the guy that absolutely needs a bounce back. And Ocelon's been a guy that's been working hard. You know, he's been in the rival series a couple of times in season 7 and in season 9. And in season 9, Ocelon had a rough go out in 9th place with Underwater Squad. So both Tigray and Ocelon are 2 players that are really looking to bounce all the way back. And Freaky, I think, in this game did a fantastic job facilitating their success, and it got him a big win. Able to capitalize on a lot of great buildup of pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the thing I was going to bring up. The Fadeaway's pressure was wonderful in this game, and it demonstrated by the double commits. 2 of the goals they scored there. I just put up 3 fingers. 2 of the goals they scored there. Came on double commits, open nets just needed to make sure they hit the shot, and they hit them. So the pressure there, if they can keep that one up, they're gonna make Liquid jump, make them pull the trigger a little bit too fast, and we could see them taking away this series again, tied up 1 apiece right now.
However, I look forward to seeing what Speed, Fruity, and Cooksier do here in this game 3, because I kind of made a little mental note to myself after listening to that pre-show and thinking about what I thought Fruity was going to bring to this team. And like I said in game 1, I think both Gibbs and Leaf made great points. I think Speed and Fruity both have a very similar approach to how they would talk about the game with one another. And Cooksier, of course, is an incredibly smart player. So I think this team is going to be real good at making adjustments mid-series and, you know, sort of get their hands back in this game here in game 3.
Oh, the shot from Liquid blazing to the top corner. Freaky back down. It'll be Tigray holding up the ball. Fruity and Speed right next to each other. Fruity will get a monster flick onto that backboard, and the defense not there, and there's the demo. That should be a goal. Oh, he gets back in time. Tigray gets the save, keeps us scoreless.
Oh, and Speed, real smart play here. Buying a ton of time, and he faked out Freaky. Ooh, great recovery from Speed to waste time. Almost had the pass, and Ocelon, big adjustment there on the back wall to take that one away.
Great plays on both sides here. Fruity to the edge. Tries to play it to the air. Patience from the Fadeaway roster, but Speed manages to get in there in time. Now Fruity onto the backboard, not going to have any play here, and Cooksier has to back down as well. 2 players just trying to keep the ball lofted. Now Fruity up. Pass to Speed, infield. Ocelon will get it away. Now Cooksier up to play some defense off his backboard. Pitches it off his backboard into his corner. Now Ocelon looking to just muzzle it in. Oh, holds it against the wall and gets the first goal.
Oh, Ocelon, are you kidding? You make 2 big defensive plays and just jam that one against the wall, get another for the reset. Why not finish the job? Doing everything here in game 3. Woohoo!
3:20 on the clock, and Fadeaway's got the lead. A tied series. Freaky off to the wall now. Gain possession here up against Speed. Ocelon uncontested. Cooksier here in the goal will reach for it. Tigray up to try and push it between 2 Liquid players. Freaky back to the edge. The wall, there's Freaky. Down the pace, Speed. Lofted high. Cooksier will move in to take control. Bit of positional game here from both sides. Neither really leaving their half too much. Liquid starting to take an offensive position, but just like that, Ocelon with a clear forces 2 of them back. Double commit on their corner. Tigray and Freaky might be able to get it past Fruity, but Fruity, excellent touch by his teammates. Time to get back around behind him on defense.
So just looking at Liquid's approach on offense, I feel like overall they do a real nice... Oh, no, they caught Cooksier 1 step too far forward. Forget about Liquid's offense. Hang on. Cooksier's got 45. He's thinking Fruity's going to win the ball, and it just goes right under him, and Ocelon just goes right over Cooksier's head. That was just Cooksier thinking that Fruity had the ball signed, sealed, delivered, and he was wrong that time.
I mean, if you're a Fadeaway fan, clip that one, put it on a shelf, save it somewhere special. You don't Not often you catch Cookser with his pants down. Here comes Tigray with another shot. Speed gets it up and pushes it away. 2-0 lead, though, for Fadeaway. Cookser to the side. Ocelon lurking behind the ball play now, and he'll move forward. Rudy off the ceiling. He's got a little bit too far away from the ball, I think, to use it, but there's Tigray to pitch it all the way back down. Speed push it away from his back third. Here's Freaky looking to maybe set up teammates, maybe do it himself. Fruity gets it away. Here's the shot from Ocelon. Oh, this tie, but the third from Tigray will be good. That'll be a 3-0 lead now. Fadeaway starting to run away with it.
And you knew this one was going to be dangerous as soon as that ball didn't get cleared away off the wall and forcing Fruity to get that weak touch from the goal line just right back into the middle. Ocelon, you think, oh no, we banged it off the crossbar, but that's okay. It pulls out all the defense and makes it an easy put away for Tigray. Almost won another for a kickoff, and unfortunately here for Team Liquid, I was looking forward to the adjustments, and to be honest, I actually think they made them. But to go back to the point I was trying to make earlier about where I think the offense was falling apart, they had a really nice job getting out of their own half. Like, look, Cookster's going to tip this to Speed. It's a great pass. It's clean. It's up the field. And now it's just hanging on to the ball. And they've gotten to this point pretty consistently. But in most of the situations for Team Liquid right there, when they pass that midfield line, the next touches belong to Fruity. And Fruity hasn't really made the most opportune touches in those situations. He's kind of put the ball in a backboard spot where nobody can really get it. And it's kind of stalled out Liquid's offense here in Game 3.
No, and Fadeaway hasn't really made a back third rotation mistake yet. It's been very dense trying to get through all three players once you get the ball into their back third. They're meeting the ball mostly at the point of contact. But I also agree, Liquid not necessarily making the most opportune touches. Ocelon finally bumped. Cookser tries to, but Freaky covers it up. Power of rotation. The defense will hold even when getting muscled out of their own goal. 26 seconds left. This game all but over. They'll push this one to the corner. That long one, I think, pretty much do it.
And you know, you kind of couple those sort of slight offensive miscues from Team Liquid with a phenomenal defensive performance. I mean, in Game 2, I felt it was Freaky. Game 3, 100% Ocelon getting the job done. He was an absolute beast here in this one. So all credit in the world goes to Ocelon. Big solo efforts to get the balls in scoreable positions. And just great timing on defense, taking away the few excellent passes that Liquid did get. So Ocelon, you absolutely earned a stripe here for this one. Great game.
Yeah, Fadeaway, 8 goals so far on the series. They have been very prolific. It's been a decently high-scoring series in general. This Game 3, the most one-sided. And yeah, this is the team, Achieves. We've talked about it a few times. This is the team that wants it most. Doesn't matter what you throw at them. They've all dealt with losses in their careers. They all know what it's like to be so close and then have it taken away from them. These are the guys that I'm going to be watching. I agree with the desk. This is one of the huge underdogs to watch this season.
Yeah, I think Fadeaway, as they said, they're probably one of the teams that should make it in a more convincing fashion despite coming from the qualifiers. They did go cleanly through. They only dropped one game, I believe, in their final qualifying match. So I think Fadeaway definitely stands a good chance at being one of those teams that makes it all the way through everything. And so far, they've looked phenomenal. To be fair, Liquid, they didn't look bad this game. It's not like they made huge glaring mistakes. It was just the offense didn't quite get the ball quite in the position it needed to be. Ocelon was making big plays, setting up huge scoreable positions. Sometimes the opposition has an awesome game. And unfortunately, in this situation, it puts you down 2-1, and now they got to win 2 straight. And Liquid, with a hot start in Game 1 from Cookser, have kind of really iced off a little bit here as the series has gone on. And you're just looking for something to spark them back into form.
Yeah, well, and that Game 1, too, there was a few kind of like, the goals they felt like Game 1 goals, like especially the very first one. Yeah, just little things that gave Liquid that lead that ultimately gave them the win. The silly goals, as former Cookser teammate Marky Duda would say, the poo goals are as good as the fancy ones.
They're all worth one.
They're all worth one, so Cookser will happily take those. But oh, there's a nice pass, stuffed up in the box. Now Tigray all the way back down the field. And Speed with a terrible touch. Tigray will capitalize, and that's the first goal.
Yeah, Speed just miscalculated how hard this ball was going to bounce off the wall. He saw that it was going to be, if he tried to take that ball up the wall, because he saw his approach was going to take him up sideways, and it's much safer to try and let that ball come down off the bounce and face it so that you're ready to drive away instead of getting a weak touch while sideways and not being able to recover. So Speed makes the right approach, but just misread how strong the bounce was going to be, and unfortunately just put it right back towards his goal. Unfortunate.
Speed to try and push it through Freaky. Now Cookster over the top of one. Tigre gets nice and high up by the crossbar for a clean deflection, and Aslan will try to move it forward. Now Tigre all the way high in the field. Speed with an excellent touch to get it past Freaky. Can Fruity finally make it work? Cookster's here, but Aslan's there. Fruity had to score on that touch, and now Freaky, he's got Cookster with him backwards, and that's going to be another one. 2-0 now for Fadeaway.
And they do everything right again on offense. And Aslan he really just forces a challenge and says, Cookster, do you win in the midfield? Nope. Then you're all too far forward. Freaky launched it away. And a sudden 2-0 swing early in game 4 off what should have probably been a Liquid goal, but Cookster really just did not strike the ball with any form of power.
I mentioned it loosely at the top of this series, but while we changed a lot of things in RLCSX, the only thing we haven't changed, still best of 5s here for the regular season play. So here, Fadeaway on match point.
Oh, he missed that shit.
I'll get that one in Tigre. This one's a long one again. Can Cookster get back in time? No. Just the Howitzers' goals are working out.
Well, they do good work. Like Speed had that ball on the dribble in the midfield. They were forcing Fadeaway to give them space. And then he misses the flick, and from there on, it's all dead because Liquid was expecting Speed to not just flub the touch. And Fruity and Cookster are trying to get ready for the pass and set up the demo on the goal line to have a clean shot at the net. But missed execution leads to a 3-0 lead, and you might be looking at 1-0 victory for Fadeaway.
Very well might. I think this would have proved them to 2-0 in the Swiss.
Yeah, sorry.
Aslan up. The only thing I'd say is, well, this is going to be a fourth one here. This game really getting out of hand very quickly. The only situation the only thing that makes me have like a semblance of hope for Liquid in this is that there's still 3 minutes left on the clock. Yeah,
that's really all you can kind of cling to here if you're Team Liquid. Because to be honest, it started off good here in Game 4. You had a couple of good opportunities, and then it took a sharp downturn with Speed mistouching the ball right on the goal line. And then right after that, freaking Aslan get a boomer goal as you set up another great offensive drive. And every goal here in this Game 4 has been Fadeaway being like, oh no, Liquid's pushing us, and oh, Team Liquid made a mistake and now we score. That has been Game 4 in 2 minutes.
Yeah. It's just been, oh, it's free. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, neat.
2:41 on the clock, up by 4. This would be a unprecedented comeback. But Speed will do his best. Now they're looking for this first double tap. We saw him hit a nice one in game number 1.
Fruity?
And Fruity in the try, puts it on target. Kidding? Excellent shot, but Freaky with an absolutely insane save will keep them perfect here in game 4.
Oh, it's not fair. Again, you do everything right. And then Freaky's still able to make the adjustment. And to be honest, that's why Freaky, excuse me, in that first season back in the RLCS with Veloce, he really did make a strong case for MVP. And you see the glimpse of it there.
Whew. Off the corner, Aslan will be in the way of Cookster, but now doesn't exist. Here's another shot from Fruity, but it's wide. Freaky will go to pick it up. No, Freaky, multi-season golden or savior of the season. Is on multiple teams been consistently the best savers. It gets another one here after 2 teammates demolished. He's the only player back, knows exactly where the shot's going to be. The man is an absolute wall.
Absolutely. And it's good to see that since playing RLCS in Season 3, that skill has not diminished in the slightest. And in fact, it's probably only gotten better.
Yeah, I remember back in Season 3, we were like, oh, he was the savior of the season because his team sucked and they were on defense the whole time. So savior of the season always means it's from a bad... Oh, but look at this! Oh! Well done. Speed also gets himself a savior medal here. Freaky trying to pave the way with the demolition. And they're still putting the pressure on despite having a 4-goal lead. Let's make it 5. Man, yeah. Fadeaway's here to play.
Fadeaway absolutely here to play. Aslan, great tip up the back. Freaky just hit it off the wall, get it into the middle. Tigre, the disrespect. Doesn't even just bang it near post, goes all the way behind the defenders. Not really disrespect, but really more the cherry on top.
It's just Liquid right now. It's like, guys, why are you being so sweaty? Gosh, it's fine. Just stop. Like, we will break your morale here. Week 1. We're coming for you. And this has to be satisfying for Tigray.
Oh, yeah. As Shogun was alluding to in great detail.
Took away his spot, took away his sponsorship, took away his team. I was able to at least get a little bit of a slap back here at the beginning of the 10th running. Ocelon will get in the way of Cookster. Fruity to try and hold on to this, but with 35 seconds left, down by 5. Honestly, if there was 5 minutes on the clock, I'd say that this game was already over.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's tough. 1 goal a minute seems doable with 5 on the clock, but 5 in a game is always just such a lofty goal.
It's never happened in the history of the RLCS. It's a fadeaway. Dropping game 1 in narrow fashion. You could even say just barely losing it on the initial kickoff. They will rouse it back. 8 goals straight in the last 2 games, unanswered. Fadeaway. Excellent beginning to this 10th season here. RLCSX, welcome back.
And a brilliant win for Fadeaway. And really, all 3 of them had their own, you know, pop-off game. You know, Tigray with the multi-assist game in game 2 and setting up big plays, even though Freaky really kind of facilitating all of that. Ocelon popped off in game 3. And game 4, I mean, they all just went off. So a complete meltdown from Team Liquid. And the last time they scored was like, what, 1:30 on the clock in game 2. And after that, ice cold, it all just sort of collapsed. And unfortunate for Team Liquid, a poor first showing, but that's okay. That's why we play Swiss. They're going to play a ton of games, and there will be more than enough chances for Team Liquid to show what they're really capable of.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. That is Team Liquid dropping to 1-1 and Team Fadeaway improving to 2-0 here in our first round of Swiss, or I guess our second round. First time we're doing this Swiss thing. It's pretty cool. And we've got a few more of these round 2 matchups here for you guys. When we come back, we've got Vitality taking the pitch. Reigning RLCS regional champs. Can they keep it going? We'll find out after the break.